Hi! Alright, here we are. I had trouble logging in today and the light is right in my face, so. Okay, let's talk a little bit about diffusers because it's important to clean them well and to take care of them well, because if you do, then they're gonna last you for a very long time. Alright, so let's start. First things first. So let's see what, one of the biggest things that Young Living says is that you should clean your diffusers after each time you use them. So I would like for you to guys, I don't know, raise your hand or maybe comment on the bottom who actually cleans their diffusers after each time. It's not an easy thing to do. I do it about once a week. That's kind of what works for me. See, I just started the video, now somebody is ringing my doorbell. They're just gonna have to wait. Okay, so what happens if you don't clean your diffuser? It gets really dirty, especially the metal plate. The metal plate, now that's that metal right there. Every diffuser has it, okay? Ours in Young Living is metal. Now, if it gets dirty and clogged and you see it's orangey, sorry about that. I have kids, what you gonna do? That's what happens. Gotta play with what I have. So if you don't, hey guys, I need you to close the door please right now. Thank you. Let's try this again. So if you don't clean it, it doesn't, the fumes do not come out as well. And also you need to add more essential oils for it actually for you to smell it. So you're kind of wasting your oils and you're still not getting as much out of it as you could. So cleaning is important. Also, Young Living has a 1-year insurance for diffusers. So if something goes wrong, you make sure, if you take care of them, they will last you a long time. But if something goes wrong within a year, make sure you call the person who enrolled you or just call right to Young Living and they'll try to either figure out how to fix it or send you a part that you need, or we'll give you a brand new diffuser. Okay, so there are a couple ways to clean it. One of the ways that Young Living recommends is using the cotton swab and dipping it in rubbing alcohol. I do not really care for doing it that way. I prefer doing it with alcohol napkins, which is kind of the same thing, just in different shape and form. So here's what you do with it. You take, now this is going to be for those who clean it at least once a week, okay? You just take it and I usually use 3 of them and just wipe everything off. And once it's done, you're done cleaning inside. If you use thieves or any kind of those thicker, darker oils, you'll see it's like when you touch it, it still gets orangey, yellowish, not even sure. So once everything is wiped, I take one of the clean cotton, what are they called? Alcohol pads, alcohol wipes, and put it right on that metal plate and let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. Just finish wiping it up. And then it's important that you rinse it with warm water or water and thief soap, because you cannot leave that alcohol in there and then diffuse it, because you actually inhaling that rubbing alcohol, which is steaming up, and it's not good for you. It's not healthy. Okay. If you're watching this video and you're saying, oh my gosh, I have my diffuser for a year and I haven't cleaned it and it looks awful inside and it's like, oh, I don't know how to fix it. Hi, Kai. Hi. Take your shoes in my house off.
Oops.
See, your mom might be watching it out. She's gonna see what you do. Okay, so if you haven't cleaned this in a long time, you do the same thing, except you can put those napkins or rubbing alcohol, put a couple of drops right on that metal plate and let it sit for like 10 to 15, 20 minutes, maybe up to 4 or 5 times until it's actually clean, okay? If you do it once a week, it's really not a big deal. Okay, another thing that if you see each of the diffusers, oh, you know what, one more thing. Some of the diffusers come with these little paintbrush thingies that you can clean it off like this, because once you rinse it with water and soap, then it's wet. And all the diffusers are supposed to be stored dry, which again is a big thing for people like, what? I just leave my diffuser and keep refilling it next day, but they're supposed to store dry. So if you get yourself in a habit, you can just wipe it off with a paper napkin or whatever you have handy. You can do that. But if you use tissues or anything that leaves those fiber-ish thingies, you can just take it like this and just get it right off there so it doesn't get stuck. I usually can't find this when I need it. I really had to look for it today to show you guys. So I just use my cotton alcohol pads. It's easier for me because I always know where they are, and I have one box upstairs, one downstairs. And I just buy mine on Amazon, and this one is Care Touch alcohol prep pads. But there are tons and tons of them. You can buy them at any store. Okay, another thing, you see another part of the diffuser is this. This is where the air circulates. So again, if you use it once a week, then all you do is blow at it real hard and all the dust particles will come out. Not a big deal. If you have not been cleaning, you're gonna look at it and be like, oh my gosh, this is just disgusting, it's really nasty. And you also see that your diffuser is not working properly. So one of the ways to clean it that I just cleaned my friends, you take a toothpick. Just take a toothpick, very gently go into each hole and get that dirt off. And once you get that dirt off, then I use this one as well to get like all the leftovers out of there. But once you do it once, and then once a week, just blow it out of there and really quick clean. Okay, let's see. Oh, so that's one way to clean it. Another way to clean it is with lemon essential oil. Lemon oil that we just get all the time. I mean, all of us have it, right? So instead using rubbing alcohol and having to wash it after you use rubbing alcohol, you can just put a couple drops of essential oil and then again let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, wipe it off, bam, done. Make sure you don't leave those little fibers in there again after your paper towel or whatever you're using. Let's see, what else? You can use Thieves soap with water in there, that's okay, but do not spray with anything else. Do not use any chemicals in it. Nothing else should go in there besides Thieves soap or warm water or essential oils or rubbing alcohol, because this is plastic. It's not meant to be used with any kind of harsh chemicals, okay? Let's see what else. Let me see what else I wrote there to make sure. Oh, okay. If you have different companies' diffuser, a lot of people ask me if they can use it with our essential oils. The answer is yes and no. The yes would be if, so let's take again that lemon essential oil, right? Or any kind of citrusy oil, because citrus oils are cold pressed. And what citrus oils do, they eat the plastic. So if you have some kind of cheap diffuser that didn't use the medical grade plastic, or sometimes this blade right there, instead metal, is plastic. So what happens that... Kai, I need a couple minutes quiet, okay? Thank you. Citrus essential oils eat plastic, and if you have bad quality plate or not medical grade plastic, now you're inhaling those fumes, and eventually it's going to get ruined. And the whole point to use essential oils to diffuse them is to have healthier surroundings, not the other way around, right? The way to find out what kind of medical grade is, all ours is medical. All our diffusers are made with medical grade plastic. If you have different company, you actually have to call the company, or sometimes it says in the instructions, just do your research. So sometimes it's okay to use other companies. So don't throw it out just because it doesn't say Young Living on it. I think that is probably it. It's pretty self-explanatory how to use it. Yeah, and if you have a diffuser that is not, that you hear that it might start working louder, or it just doesn't, fumes are not coming out the way it's supposed to, just clean it. And if this didn't help you, make sure you write something on the bottom and I'll go and try to address the questions. But it's pretty easy. Just take care of what you have and it will last you for a long time. Okay? All right. I'm going to go see what my boys are doing up there. Bye.